Hello all, welcome to CloudForge Training Institute. In the last session, we have seen how to install the packages. Now we will see how to manage these or how to monitor these packages. So these packages are running as a service, nothing but the processors. Okay, so today we are going to see process management is nothing but monitoring, controlling and managing the processes in the Linux operating system. Whenever you execute any command or open an application in the Linux server, it creates the processes. For example, if you open the Google Chrome in your laptop, it will create the one process. Let's see here. We can see I have opened Chrome, I have opened uTorrent, I have opened Microsoft Edge. So these are all creating the processes and those are consuming some CPU memory. Okay. A process is nothing but running as instance of program. A program is nothing but a file that is stored on our disk. It may be C drive, D drive, or if you see in Linux servers, if we have a root device, so we have programs there we are installing from there. So process is nothing but instances of a program. Why do you need to monitor these processes? So in the real time, in Linux machines, there are many processes running at a time. So this process management helps the administration works. So those are monitoring the running processes, checking the CPU and memory usages, stopping the unresponsive application, change process priority, and etc. Sometimes you may face application is not reachable, it is responding very slow. For example, if you are taking the Flipkart application, sometimes it may load very slow because users are hitting very high at that moment. Okay, so during the payment time, for example, big billion day offer site, so maybe payment it will take some time. So that is due to load only. So those loads we have to check. These are called process management. Okay. To check these process managements, we have some important commands. Before that, I have a HTTPD service and Datadog service in my machine. If you want to see, you can check. Systemctl status HTTPD. It is running, and systemctl status Datadog -agent. Datadog is a monitoring tool. We will have a separate sessions on this. So it is running. So how I install this session? I have these commands. If you require, just comment it. I will share these details. So these are the some commands which will use to manage the processes. So PS is it displays the running process. Let's see. PS. So these are the processes are running. So we have another commands ps-ef whether the Datadog is running or not. I am saying Datadog. You can see here Datadog is running, and same kind of HTTPD Apache is running. You can see. So next is top command. So top is the command to see the load average. So this is the output of the top command. So you can see the load average here, and how many users are currently logged in, and from how much time system is up. You can see this, and you can see here user is root and systemd. These are all the processes. Okay, systemd, kth, read. These are all the process, and which process is consuming how much CPU, it will represent here. Okay, for example, I have stress command. To see the load average, I will show you on live example. For that, I'm installing the stress. Stress is the command. It will inject the load on the machine. So say the same machine I'm opening in the another terminal, and I'm applying the stress. I will show you the load average in the live. So if you see here, it is showing 0 z0, something like this. So now I'm applying stress in the server in another command. So for stress, this is the command. I'm running the stress command for 120 seconds. That means 2 minutes. If you observe, load is changing. You can see the stress command is occupying 98% of CPU. Now it is 99. So like this, consider this is some application related processes. So you can say the application is running on the high CPU. Okay, so this is the PID value. So every process having the one ID. So this is the user. This processor running on as a root user, that is showing is a priority values and nice values. So nice values starts from -22 plus 20. So -20 is the priority high value and plus 20 is the priority low value. So for example, why we are using the nice value is, so for example, this stress command I need to run it last. So first HTTP should run or Datadog should run, then only the stress command should run at the last. So you can change the priority to, sorry, you can change the nice value to plus 20 or plus 19. So at the end it will run. So as of now I have not changed the nice value. So it is taking the 99% of the usage, CPU usage currently. So I have executed for 120 minutes. If you see 120 seconds, sorry guys, 120 seconds. So it is still executing. You can see load average is increasing. So like this, top command will help us. So which process is consuming more CPU and more memory. Memory values also you can get it. Okay. htop also same kind of same we will get. So kill is the command to stop or kill the process. So now I have dd-agent, means Datadog agent is running on the PID 2223. If you see here, let's see. It is running on the 2223. So I'm killing this process. To kill this, command is kill-9 is the command. You have to enter the PID value. Okay. Now let's see the status of the Datadog. Now it is running on another PID. Okay. So if you want to kill the particular PID, that process is, every process is running at the particular some PID. So if you want to kill it, you can use the kill-9. So that particular process will stop. So nice is start a process with a specific priority, and renice, if you want to change the priority of the running processes, you can use the renice. Okay. These are all jobs is nothing, view the background jobs is not much useful. And uptime is, you can see the uptime from when system is up, you can see, and how many users, two users, because I have opened two windows, so that's why it is showing two users and load average. If you see, now it is 0.19, earlier it is 1 plus. Okay, so it came down because stress is completed. So free-h displays the memory usage and swap. Okay, so we have used, while launching, we have choose 1 GB RAM. So it is showing total how much, 906 MB, and used 446 something, and we have only free 109 MB only. Okay, remaining are used. So swap memory, this is 0 bytes. As of now, we have not attached swap, so it is showing 0. So why we are using this swap is, whenever the RAM is full, the processor will take the memory from the swap. Okay, so those topics will cover from EBS topics. What is CPU? CPU stands for Central Processing Unit. It is brain of the system. It executes instructions and performance of the operations. For example, if you open the Chrome or any other applications in your laptop, those applications will occupy some CPU. Let me open my task manager. If you see my task manager, some of the applications like a Google Chrome, Notepad, Task Manager, and some other application processes consuming some amount of CPU, you can see here. Likewise, in Linux server also, multiple processors are running, those occupies some amount of CPU. Every CPU has cores. Consider CPU is one of office, and cores is nothing but employees. So every CPU has cores. These are the cores. It might be 1 core, 2 core, 4 cores, 8 or 16. It should be 2 power n. Okay, so core is nothing but individual processing unit inside the CPU that can execute instructions independently. Consider, if my server is 1 core CPU, now we have to calculate the load average. Before that, what is load average? Okay, so load average is the number of processes that running are waiting for the CPU time to occupy it. Okay, so it tells the how much CPU is busy. So you can check the CPU or load average using uptime or bring to the server. Let me execute the uptime command. So this is my load average 0.06, 0.03 and 0.01. So what are these? Okay, this is the load average for 1 minute, means last 1 minute. This is for last 5 minutes and this is for last 15 minutes. So this is my load average. And then let's see how many cores of CPU I'm using. So to check that, ls CPU is a command. You can see here number of cores, it is 1. Okay, so CPU architect is 64-bit and I'm using 1 cores per CPU. Okay, so now calculate the CPU load average. Okay, what is my load average? This is my load average. Okay, if load average is 0.2, CPU is mostly ideal, means it is very healthy. 0.8 means CPU little bit busy but healthy. 1 means CPU is fully utilized. Okay, because I'm using 1 core CPU. If it is more than 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, so processor waiting for the CPU time. That means CPU is load is very high. Consider if I have the 4 core CPU. This is another example. So if load average is 1, means here consider, take an example 1. Okay, instead of 0 it might be 1. Okay, So that means system is very healthy, you can use, and 2 is also normal, 3.5 is little bit busy, and 4 is fully occupied. And if it is more than 4, it is some processor waiting for the CPU. Okay, means CPU is overloaded. So how to check this? CPU, of course, you can use the ls CPU is the command. Now, what is memory? Nothing but the RAM, random accessory memory. So it is a temporary storage to run your applications on the operating system. For example, whenever you are planning to buy a new laptop, you are considering the RAM size also, because you have to install the multiple applications in your laptop. So whether it is sufficient or not, you have to check the RAM size as well. Same kind of way, RAM also in the server, Linux server, RAM also useful for the execution of the applications. In simple term, memory is a workspace where application runs. Why we need memory? So without memory, we can't launch or run the applications. Because if consider your RAM, you have running the or using the 16 GB of a laptop, so 16 GB is completely filled. Okay, so once your memory is completely occupied, are you able to install or running the other applications? No, right? So same kind of a memory, it is very useful to run applications. So this is how memory is useful. So you know already memory how to memory uses how to check. Free-h is the command. Okay, this is total uses, how much I used, how much free, and how much available. These are buffer caching. Okay, like this you have to see the memory usage and load averages as well. This is about process management. If you need any document, if you have any queries, you can reach out my email or mobile number. You can ping in the WhatsApp. Thank you guys. If you like this video, please subscribe and follow, please. See you in the next class. Bye.